Just a small, very short introduction. I know he's a legend, like we had yesterday, Mario Bellini. He also didn't need much of introduction. Toyo Ito, as you know, has been conferred with the Pritzker in 2013. Interestingly, I was there also, and he writes that the Pritzker was a month after the bombing of Boston. No, there was a cycle race, and he showed his gratitude and his emotions towards that occasion. Now, he may appear from the work that we saw today so far very technology oriented, very structure oriented towards developing structures as iconic buildings, but one has to see the entire development of his work in view of this the breakthrough design developments and thoughts that he had with the Sendai Mediathek. I'm very sure most of us are familiar with that project. It's a project that tries to delineate and challenge the Cartesian system of 20th century. And here I would like to quickly say, if we so far thought of Japan and of Tokyo in the architectural conferences, I'm very sure all of us thought of Tado Ando. Now it's interesting, it's only now within 15 years of time, that's how after the Mediathek, that system, that grid system that was prevailing, where a lot of aesthetical moves were made with material, with the concepts of light, forms, surfaces, have suddenly changed in 15 years in Japan, so much that today most of the young Japanese like Fujimoto, the Sana architects Rui and Seijima, and many more young architects who have been informed by him, who have been groomed by him, are changing the entire landscape of architecture. He has informed actually a paradigm change completely that has taken over internationally development and perception of architecture. We saw also today Moshe Safdie's work in the morning. Greg shared some of his ideas. You can see there are also traces of membranes, traces of parametrics, which are now becoming more and more common globally. And in fact, we can see a small piece of furniture outside that is trying to deploy those techniques. But having said that, I was surprised to experience in November last year in Tokyo that the approach to, and I mentioned that this morning also, the approach to designing, even if you see Toyo Ito's model, the approach to designing is still through making models with your hands. It's very interesting to see that in our culture of using high-end softwares, the architecture still, the architecture's expression is not necessarily conform with what the technology can deliver. In fact, it's just the opposite of it. It can create, and I think that is the dialogue that, or the dialectic that he's able to pull up, that you have very fluid spaces generated by very hard machines. Now, these fluid spaces, as per Toyo Ito, are references to the body, reference to the movement of the body, the perception of the body, the perception of the nature. In most of his work, he has reference to tree as a organism, as a entity that drives his architecture. He is convinced that the future lies in not pursuing hierarchical orders in buildings, in architecture, known certainly for more than 2,000 years now, but departing from that idea and moving into more ambiguous spaces, spaces that through occupations live. And the transparency that he was talking in his lecture today has to be understood, certainly within that context, as a space generated within this fluid arrangement. I happened to visit the Tama Art Library in Tokyo, suburbs of Tokyo, and I must share with you, I don't know how many have seen that, that two issues are very strong in his work. One is the context, because there was a question that came up. The context is very subtly informed, and the other is the refinement of the structure, the finesse that is deployed in his work, where the walls of a 20 meter building are as thick as 6 inches only. He is doing presently in Berkeley a building that is using steel plates filled with concrete over 3 double height spaces, just as 6-inch thick walls. Now, the resemblance of these walls are very much of Richard Serra sculptures. They are double folded, double curved and inclined, very complex structures. Similarly, Tama library has been built with steel plates and concrete support from the outside, thus enabling him to react also to a very big challenge that Japan has, the earthquake. So, looking at the fineness, looking at the way the design arrangement has been done, you can think that these challenges that are hidden, because the buildings appear very easy. In fact, it's very strange. His buildings appear very light and very easy to the eye, and you miss actually how much of refinement the entire projects are subjected to. I think you can start throwing questions now.
Hello. In your presentation today, I wanted to ask you if there is some sort of an emotion that you try to create in the spaces that you build. Because you spoke about context, you spoke about materials, everything, but I want to know the fundamental, is there like a fundamental emotion that you try to create when you like think of a concept or a design?
Hello.
そうですね。僕のその非常にこう今流動的な空間とおっしゃってくださいましたけれども、その流動性というのは自分の話している言葉、日本の言葉ですね、その言語の空間とかなり関わりがあるというふうに思っています。つまり日本語というのは言葉と言葉の間にあまりつながりがない、空間が広がっています。その中に自分のエレメントを置いていって、言葉を置いていって、それをつなげるのは聞く側の人なんですね。ですから私の建築も例えば仙台を考えていただければ、チューブとチューブの間に壁はなく、こう曖昧に広がっていますね。岐阜もそうです。そういうその曖昧な広がり方、それをその体験する人がつなぎ合わせて一つの空間にするということですね。そのことはいつももうほとんど無意識のうちに自分の中で考えていることだと思います。
He mentioned about the fluidity in my works, and actually, it comes from the Japanese language. Now, the Japanese language, the salient feature is that a lot of things are not said, and the listener has to, read between lines. So he has to, so similarly, as you said, from where that emotion comes, perhaps it comes very naturally to me from my language. You have seen in my works, I have no walls, right? So the user has to use it according to his or adapt it to his needs. So that way I try to express that and keep it absolutely fluid that way. So does that answer your question? Sorry.
Hello. Keep it like this.
Hello. Yeah, the very interesting thing about the work that we've seen is the relationship between architecture and structure, and how it's almost seamless in the work that we've seen. So I would like to understand a little bit. Is there a structural team within the office? Is this a collaboration between architects and structural engineers within the office that brings about such a finesse between architecture and structure?
伊藤さんの作品の中に建築と構造物ですね、非常に密接な関係がありますね。で非常にシームラスに切れ目のないものになってますと。だから自分の伊藤さんの事務所のスタッフの中にですね、そういう構造専門のエンジニアがいるわけですから。だからこういうチームでそういうシームレスにそれを展開するようになってますけど。
はい。オフィスの中にはエンジニアはいません。ただいつもコラボレートするエンジニアが日本のエンジニアが3人ぐらいいますね。この人たちとはデザインの一番最初からもう打ち合わせをミーティングをディスカッションを始めます。私のあるイメージが湧いた瞬間からと言ったらいいでしょうか。そして、何度もフィードバックをしながらそこで、彼から出たアイデアがヒントになることもあるし、こちらのアイデアに、エンジニアが触発されて、エキサイトすることもある。そういうことを繰り返しています。
Well, I don't have any engineers on board, but then I have 3 engineers with whom I collaborate. So they are outside my company, and we work as a team that way. So from the design stage itself, we involve I involve these engineers, and we give feedback to one another, and there are many times where a lot of ideas come from their side also.
One quick question. When you designed the building, how much did you how much was the form that determined the function, or was it vice versa? Because it's a very strong form. So how instrumental was the design of the form in determining the functioning of the building?
伊藤さんの作品の中にですね、形状が非常に特徴的ですよね。で、それがどこまであと機能性もありますけど、だから形状を先に重要視しているのか、機能性を
その機能という概念が20世紀と随分変わってると思うんです。20世紀の建築は例えば住宅というような建築を取った時に、ここは寝る場所、食べる場所、リラックスして、テレビを見る場所という人間の行動を分析して、それに一つずつの空間を与えてきました。しかし実際には人間は寝ながら食べて、テレビを見ている、非常に人間の行動は複合的です。で、私はそれをその空間として分割したくない、もっと自由にいろんな場所の違いだけを用意して、ある日はここに座ってご飯を食べる、ある時は寝転がってご飯を食べる、そうい 自由さをキープしたいと思っています。ですから居心地の良さということは非常に大切にしていますけれども、そのことがその機能という概念とは必ずしも合致はしていません。
In the 20th century, most of the buildings or even housing, if you see, it attached a lot of importance to functionality. Like, this is the space for dining, this is the space for sleeping, and so on. So for each action of the human being, there was a space allotted to that. Now, but then I look at it this way, that there's a lot of overlapping of those actions, when you look at it. So I did not want to segregate those spaces like it was being done in the 20th century, or even now to a great extent. So like you have seen, even in the library, you can lie down on sofa and read. So that it's just rather I give more importance to the comfort level. So I do not really give importance to functionality to that extent.
A question here from my side. I see most of his work that we had today, now back, as conceptual prototypes. Now, the cost of these prototypes would be very, very huge, compared to a conventional building, which generally is following the grid system of the 20th century. Does he foresee, or let me rephrase that, is he working on the possibilities of reducing the construction cost of such prototypes so that the application can be enhanced, can be generated at a larger scale?
今見た作品ですね、それはほとんどコンセプトの、原型みたいなものですね。だから非常に規模が大きいというものですね。だから例えば建築費をですね下げるために、やはりそのアプリケーション、いわゆる応用の段階でそれを拡大することによってそのコストを下げるということも考えていらっしゃる。で、それを拡大する。つまり最初からですね、今なんかその非常に大きな原型みたいなものを使ってそれを実行するわけですね。だからやはり応用の段階でそれを拡大して、最初はもう本当に小さな原型でやって、それで全体的にコストを下げるということを考えていらっしゃいます。
私の建築は、ほとんどが公共の仕事なので、公共の仕事の場合にはコンペティションの段階から、ほとんどその予算は定められているわけですね。その予算の範囲で、デザインが進行し、また、施工が行われないと、ほとんど成立しない。ですからそこで施工に入って、いろんな工夫をしなくてはならないと思いますけれども、日本の場合でいうと、その日本の職人はまだ非常にものを作るということに強い関心を持っていて、難しい仕事であればあるほど、例えば、岐阜で言えば屋根を作るというようなああいう工事において、自分がそんなにその高いコストをもらわなくてもやるんだ、自分が作るんだという強い気持ちを持っている職人がまだ日本にはたくさんいると、そういうその職人たちに助けられて岐阜のようなプロジェクトはだから結局コストはそんなに高くない。全然高くないです。
Well, actually, if you see, most of my projects are public works, where the budget is already fixed by the municipality or by the government, and along those budget lines we work. So the design is also made after that once the budget is allotted. So that way, I don't really think that what you're saying to really reduce the construction cost. But then, having said that, I'm able to do it at a lower cost because in Japan, the very skilled labor is available, and they are not just for money. They want to really do their prove their skill. So like the roof that I showed you, it is possible just because those kind of workers are there.
日本のコンストラクションカンパニーは、常にこんな仕事は赤字だと言うんですけれども、本当は絶対にそんなことはない。
And if you ask, most of the construction companies would say that these kind of public works are not paying. I can vouch for it, it pays.
I have a question. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Out of millions of architects who are practicing, he in his life has achieved in architecture what is called the Nobel Prize of Architecture. It's called the Pritzker Award. So in a sense, he's achieved the ultimate goal. Now, from his perspective, what would you advise as the true tenants in the pursuit of architecture, from his his rarefied position? I mean, in terms of like a lot of young people are sitting here, lots of young people are also sitting here. But in terms of what he feels for architecture, in terms of approach, culturally we come from different places. But I do feel the core tenets of architecture will be similar across the board. As someone who's achieved in his path or his journey the ultimate, what would you advise other people in the way they approach their work as something you like to pass on? That's my question.
一応建築家として、ノーベル賞みたいなものを、受賞されたわけですよね。フューチャー賞ですよね。だからもう建築家としてはもう本当にもう高いですねところにもいらっしゃるわけですね。で今結構若い人がここにいるわけなんですけど、彼らにそういう例えば建築家として何を伝承したいとか残したいとか、そういうなんか思いがあればそうしてください。
はい。特に日本では、最近も皆さんご存知かどうか分かりませんが、国立のオリンピックスタジアムの問題で、コンペティションがありましたと。私は負けたんですけれども、これは本当に審査員が誰なのかすらほとんど、もちろん名前はあるけれどもはっきりとした主体性のないところでものが決まっていってしまう。つまりコストはどうだ、安全性はどうだ、施工の期間はどうだ、そういうことだけで点数をつけてものが決まっていってしまう。日本の社会はそうしたもう誰も顔を出さないところで建築が作られていくような社会になってきてしまっています。そういうところで、若い建築家はこれから非常に苦労をすると。でそれに比べてまだアジアの他の国、台湾に行ったりここの国もそうだと思いますが、そういうところではまだ良い建築を作るためにこれを作ろうという意思を見せる、そういう、社会ではないか。そのことはすごく大事で、若い人に、自分は建築家でこういうふうに社会を変えていきたい、こういうふうに時代を変えていきたいという夢を保ち続けてほしいと非常に強く思います。
I don't know whether you people are aware, in Japan is going to host Olympics in 2020, and right now, not right now, for last 1 year, bids are on for various, stadium and other buildings which are going to come up in connection with the Olympics. And I also participated in one of those competitions but did not get it. Now the reason being that your name does not sell there, in Japan, people who decide, they first give importance to cost, safety, or the timeline. They do not look at the artistic side of it. So I think many places, at least I can say about Japan that the face of the architect is not that important. So I would like, India, or I go to Taiwan also. I think that in India still a lot of, the architect's name, his face is very important. So that is something, which should not be sacrificed just because of certain other factors which I just mentioned. So that is the kind of role of architects I would like for times to come, time immemorial to come to last.
Hello. My question concerns the lighting fixtures. I notice your buildings are beautiful and airy and a lot of natural light comes in. But for night use, I was wondering, the absence of obvious lighting, how do you cope with that?
Absence of?
Sorry. In the absence of lighting fixtures, totally, I noticed total absence of lighting fixtures. I was just wondering, for night consumption, what kind of lighting fixtures do you have? Because other than one pendant which I found, there was no other obvious lighting.
非常に、空気の、循環というか風通しが非常に良いと思いますし、綺麗ですね、作品見た限りは。ただしその、照明器具ですね、それがペンダントみたいなもの以外はですねあまり見えなかったんですけど、どういう照明器具を使っていらっしゃいますか？
はい、実際にはもちろん照明器具たくさん使われているんですけれども、できるだけ目に見えないようなところで、光を取り入れるようなことはかなり工夫していますね。つまり間接照明、特に僕の建築は、曲面が多いので、うまく光を当てるとそれがどこまでも広がっていく可能性がありますので、特にオペラハウスではそういうことを意識しています。
Well, it's not that I'm not using lighting fixtures at all. A lot of lighting fixture is there, but it's not visible to the eye because I have a lot of curved forms. So we use that curved form to really hide those lighting fixtures. So a whole lot of them are there. So in a way, indirect lighting is there. It's not direct lighting which is visible.
So my question is about the connection of your buildings and the end users. You mentioned that a lot of work that you do is for public spaces. So in different countries, for example, people, the end users, are on, I would say, a different design sensibility. Their understanding of design is at different levels. Does that influence his design? Does he keep that in mind? Or does he feel that people work with the buildings just naturally lead people to use them in the most optimal ways? Or does he factor in a particular space's sensibilities and understanding?
公共事業が多いわけですよね。だから、いわゆるエンドユーザーがその設計とかその機能性とかについて、どう考えるか、それも先読みして、またそれを考慮に入れて、自分のそういうデザインにされているのか、やはりこれが、どこの国でもあるんですね。やはりそこの、ユーザー、エンドユーザーがですね、かなりデザインに対して、あと機能性について、いろいろその感覚が違いますし。
そうですね。実際には公共の仕事は企画をしたりその設計者を決めるまでは、自治体が決定をして、コンペティションであれで、それを実際に、使う人は、違う市民の人たちですよね。その間に大きなギャップがあります。それは大変僕は問題だと思っていて、その自治体の側の論理で物が決まらないように、 常に住民サイドに立ってものを考えるということはかなり意識はしています。ただ現在のそのコンペティションのシステムが必ずしも僕はベストだとは思っていない。もっと人を選んで、住民と一緒にワークショップを繰り返しながらデザインが進んでいくようなそういうシステムがあるべきだと思うし、まあ、そのことの方が逆に自由で、未来を読んだ建築ができるのではないかと考えています。
自分はそういうのをされてる、
はい、そうしたい。
ただそれは制約として
現在のシステムではなかなか成立しない。
Actually, as I said, that I do a lot of projects which are public works. Now, there, it's the municipality which decides about the project, and they have certain logic by which they go, as I mentioned earlier, also to responding to a different question. So, I find that there is always a big gap between the actual structure which comes up and its functionality and what the people's sensibilities are. So I have always strived very hard to really bridge this gap, but I personally also feel that we have to work within those limitations.
I have a question. Does he have any project in India in pipeline?
インドでそのプロジェクトを考えていらっしゃいますか？もうすでに今。
いや、もちろんチャンスがあればやりたいですけれども、まあ実際に何のコンタクトもない。
Would like to do, but so far nothing has come.
This is your first visit to India. Do you have any desires to see any specific places?
まあ、今回2度目で、2年前に、コルビジェの建築を見に来ました。
Well, this is my second visit, and 2 years ago I came and I saw the buildings of Vijay's work. I went to see all those.
まあインドでのコルビジェは、まあ、ヨーロッパのコルビジェとまた随分違って、まあ、非常にこう、そやなというか、まあ、別のエネルギーを、まあ、彼は、そこで発揮しているように思って大変、まあ、僕も元気をもらいました。これから明日はジャイプールに行くんですけれども、まあ、これからインドの古い建築を見たいなとは思っていますね。
So I think that Vijay is doing a good job, which is very different from European structure also. And I learned a lot of things from his works also. And I'm going to Jaipur this time to see the historical structure there.
What is your philosophy of design? Like, is it more governed by rational thinking or more of the emotive and what is your philosophy of design? Like, is it more of a rational thinking or it is more of a emotive and intuitive design?
その設計のまあフィロソフィーというか考え方ですね。またそういう思想ですね。それはどんなもの？つまり合理性を優先しますか？それとも自分のその感情とか自分のその、思いですね。そっちを重視してますか？
まあそれは一概にどちらというふうには言えませんけれども、ただいつもその自分がというか人々がその中にいる建築の。中にいて居心地がいいかどうかっていうことにはものすごく神経を使っています。一番大事な問題だというかもしれません。つまり、人間は外部空間にいるときに、自然の中にいるときには自分でいい場所を選ぶことができるわけですね。そして、動物的に、ここは座りたくない、ここは座りたい、あるいは まあ、ここで寝たい、ここでは寝たくないというような場所を動物と同じように決めてるわけです。でも建築の中に入った時には、まあ、そういうことは許されない、それを、その自然の中にいる時と同じような居心地の良さをいろんな場所を作って、作り出したいと思っています。
Well, it's very difficult to say which is more important. I think both are equally important. But then, having said that, you know, when a person goes out in nature, he can choose the place he likes. It's like animals, you know, like a place where you wouldn't like to sit there or wouldn't like to be there for long. So you can always go to a place you like. So that way, you know, I want to bring that inside the buildings, you know, so that the comfort level of people should always be there. So that is something which is the most deciding factor as far as my creations are concerned.
まあ、僕の友人の建築家、まあ、建築家なので、小さい子供を小さい時から連れて世界のこう建築を見て連れて体験させていると。でその子がいい建築、自分にとっていい建築の中にいるともう走り回るんだけれども、嫌な建築だともう泣き出してしまう、それぐらい子供は動物と同じように敏感ですね。ですから子供が、どのような、建築を好むかっていうのは僕にとってすごく大事なことです。
I have a friend who is an architect, and what he does is he takes group of small children to various places all over the world and takes them to these historical buildings and monuments. And he says that places which are where they feel comfortable, they start enjoying themselves, they run around and really enjoy themselves. Whereas the places which they don't like, they want to get out of it as early as possible. So that is something which really inspires me also. That I want that in those buildings, modern buildings, you should feel that kind of comfort, closeness to nature.
When you start a new project, like most of your works has a new innovation in structure. So like structure is more of a rational thinking, but when it comes out, the overall form, it is more of emotive. So how do you keep a balance between them?
全ての今の作品ですね、それぞれ非常にイノベーティブというかであるわけですね。ただイノベーションというのは、重要ですけど、ただそれを最初から例えばこうイノベーティブなデザインにしたいという思いが先にあって、それでこうそれにかかるわけですか。それともなぜそういうそれぞれが非常にイノベーティブになってるんでしょうか。
今の前の方のご質問のように、僕はイノベーティブというより居心地がいいということを最優先しようと思ってるんですけれども、ただ今の公共建築ではあまりに管理者側というかの方向からものが考えられていて、それに対して何か変えていきたいという気持ちが強くなるので、それが結果的にイノベーティブと言われるようなことになっているのかもしれませんね。
But then, as I said in response to your earlier question, that I give topmost priority to the comfort level. But then also I mentioned that I do a lot of public projects and where the management side wants me to do certain things. Within those limitations, I consciously try to bring in this aspect. So ultimately what ends up and becomes innovative, that's for you to say. But that innovation is not in my mind to begin with. But then I'm working along those lines which I just explained to you. And ultimately whatever comes out, if people feel that it's innovative, I'm happy for it.
In your lecture, you said that you believe in doing regional architecture with use of new technology. So I want to know what's regional about your architecture. Like in one of your projects, when you start your project, there is nothing around, and when it's got completed, there is so much of context around. So is your regional means the technology available, the context is the technology? It's look like the building could be put, you can put that building anywhere. It's only response to the function and the technology. Or is it response to the particular Japan or the site itself?
地域性が重要だとおっしゃってましたね。地域的なその特徴が。ただ今のさっきのプレゼンの中に見たその作品は技術が非常に誇張されているように思いましたけど、その中にはその地域性というとどんなものでしょうか。
その岐阜のプロジェクトでは、屋根は地元の木を使ってますね。それから地元の職人さんとコラボレーションしながらやっていると、それからその地域水が非常に豊富であるということも使っています。そうやって、その地域性っていうのはその土地の気候であるとか人々の生活であるとかあるいは地元の素材であるとか、そういうことを少しずつ、仙台メディアテックに比べると、取り入れることができるようになってきました。
Talking about this project which I did in Gifu, which I showed you, we decided to use this wooden roof because the material is locally available. The workers, who are very highly skilled carpenters and all, they were available locally. We used local companies. Then there is a lot of abundance of water which was available in that part. So we tried to use that to our advantage in this building. And at the same time, the climate, the life of the local people, the materials, all these things are the local characteristics that I was talking about.
I think this was the last question. We should close it. I'm very sure you must be very tired also.
Just one word. その地域性というのは何か最初から与えられてあるものではなくて一緒に作り出していくものだと、その場所でしかできないことをやりながらその場所でしかできない建築をですからその作っていく過程にむしろあるんじゃないか。
And but then it is not something, this regional characteristic is not something that I first decide at the design stage itself. While the site, the location is very very critical, and then once we start doing it, in the process of it we create these, try to maximize the regional characteristics, but it's not something which is there from the very beginning.
Just a small question. The World Heritage Convention has charters, and this charter was made about authenticity in Nara, and it brought about that the human skill of being able to do any work, if that is used, then even if the building is pulled down or it's dismantled and rebuilt, it is considered of the same historic value. So I really want to congratulate him that he has managed to use the skills which the timber craftsmen have in Japan. And also there's a small question that was the ply steam molded or how was it formed for the curvature?
その世界大会、世界遺産というか、国際大会で奈良の、そういう古いお寺ですね、それを再建してもですね、やはりその人のスキルがずっと伝承されてるからその時代、その古いものがなくなってもですね、再建されてもやはりその歴史、遺産としては同じぐらい価値があるというふうに書いてありまして、だからそういう意味で伊藤さんがですね、自分の作品の中に そういう地元のスキルとか人のスキルですね、それを重要視されていることは非常に嬉しいことだという、一つのコメントですね。はい。Sorry, sorry, what was your question?
Was the fly steam?
そのベニヤですね。それカーブはどういうふうに作るんですか？なんかそういう非常にカーブの形になってたんですね。But plywood has, elasticity. So 3D curve is very much possible when you use plywood. So basically, it's the shape we made, and then based on that, I mean that's the kind of original or inherent elasticity which is there in plywood. So we use that and create it.
Thank you very much, and thank you to the audience. Enjoy the exhibition.
Thank you very much.